Minus that. 19. That's 59. What's the
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Alert. Line up, line up. Line up, go.
Now Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That's it, baby. We go punt.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 41. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon.
Go, run.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Right there in the middle, 55. They're going to need some therapy after this. Undercrush. Alert.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Get that quarterback at all costs. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot, go.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Shift. Regular. 56.
Throwing his Allen on third. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Motion. 49. Check 49.
On the counter, here's Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bandit. Hey, tight. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1.
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Allen going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. first and goal, Melvin Gordon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it second down and 11. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it second down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Check, check. Lucky. Put the boys down. He's coming. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. One train. Spell. Turn it up. Hey, 59. Check 24.
They give the Chubb out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
56. Check 56. 54.
Throwing on third down, Watson steps away to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Mike's 50.
They're going for it. It's Watson. That's complete to Meredith. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line. On the ground, it's Chubb. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right there, 56. Let's go, defense.
On second and 9, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intent.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Allen's throw is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case is dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 41. Hey, let's get some penetration here. 56. Switch. Mike 41. We've got a west.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Allen. Open man here is Foster. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Come on, let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 55 to Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Motion.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You don't want no problem for me.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 4.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Wide, get wide. Alert three.
On first down, it's Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
I got 15. You run.
Hey, high 7.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go again. 41's coming. Regular.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 41.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Allen to throw once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson with a give to Miller. That good for 22 and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First down, Texans.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So the late turnover, that turns.
Just mentioned on the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Half. 26, check 26. He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. Slam. Whip. Watch it.
Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson completes this one to Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson buying time to his left. And some room to work. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 13.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll try the air now with Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 31-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike Phipps. Hey, 59. Rush in.
And again, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, wahoo!
So after the INT, it's Allen eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep. He's got a man complete. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 93 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set. 19. Double tight.
Again, this is Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he's got some space here. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Past the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Flushed out right. He'll let it go. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Check safety, check safety. Check 37. Check 37.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen being chased out left. And now he's going to... Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Allen. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. This is Gordon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
On 52. Check the backer, check the backer. Sponge. No.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
56. I'm coming. Must 56.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson. Rolling to his head. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Finish set. 19. Shot 56. Watch twist.
Back to throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the...
Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Reuben Foster. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Bills, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle.